Hey everyone, just going to run you through this week's training. Here you'll see Tuesday, not Wednesday because I had some car troubles. Then you'll see me train on Thursday, the military press and some close grip benching. And then today, Friday, the deadlift and lots of front squatting because I had to make up for Wednesday's work. Not all Wednesday's work, just the important stuff. Well, it's all important, but you know, the really important stuff. So here's Tuesday. It's my first day back in a slingshot in over a month, and as some of you know, when I was training my slingshot seriously in Afghanistan, I got up to 365 for just a few reps or something like that. I think 2 reps with 365. And safe to say, I am nowhere near that ability right now. So on this day, I was supposed to go to 330 for a 4+ rep out, so as many reps as I could get with 330, and I only get 3 reps. Now, could that have been because these benches suck and I have to use a exercise band on the bench to keep myself from sliding off of it? Maybe. Maybe I set up wrong because you can see the first rep it gets tilted, but excuses aside, I know for sure that I'm absolutely, without a doubt, weaker in my slingshot than what I was over a month ago. So I regret not training in my slingshot while I was on leave for about 3 weeks. But hey, I enjoyed leave. It was great. My elbow is healed up now. Both of them feel awesome. So I mean, that did me good. I'm just a little bit weaker now. Hey, whatever. So I did my back off work here. 10 sets of 3 at 195. Realized that was pretty light. So Wednesday I couldn't train, but I did have some time to reevaluate my training going forward. And so I did some reevaluation, took down the weights on some things, kept the structure mostly the same, but definitely had to think about what my capabilities were in this moment, not what I was dreaming about doing in this moment, because there was definitely some weights on my program for going into this meet here in October that they were pretty unreasonable expectations of myself. We'll just say that. So here is Thursday's military pressing, and I get up to 155, and it's a 4+ rep out, and I get 8, and that's pretty close to my 10 rep max. I think my 10 rep max is 155. It might be 160. I'm not sure, but threw the belt on for this last set just because it helps me a lot with overhead stability. And this 8 reps right here, feel pretty good about it. Shoulders are feeling all right. I did a bunch of overhead work like behind the neck presses and push presses and stuff last week, and that made my shoulders pretty sore all the way through until about Wednesday. So I'm just glad that I was recovered enough here on Thursday to knock out this military press and this close grip benching right here. So in this close grip benching, this is 195. I did this on Tuesday, regular grip benching, and it was pretty light for me on Tuesday, so I figured it would be a good starting off point for my close grip bench work. Turns out that it's still pretty light for my close grip bench work, because here on this last set, I had tons left in the tank, and rather than go up and wait, I just made a rep out of my back off work, and I got 10 reps all paused at 195 close grip bench, and that's not too bad for me. I think it's a new 10 rep max for the close grip bench, which I don't really track it. It's just one of those things that the squatrack.com told me. So got a little blue flag. That's neat. Here's Friday's deadlifts, and this was the biggest lift that I really had to take a look at and reevaluate. Well, my squat too. But anyways, knocked the weight down a plenty on my deadlifts. And here today, my workout had to get split into 2 sessions because I got interrupted with some stuff I had to do for work. So I finished my heavier deadlifts working up in sets of 4 to a 425 rep out, and then I took off for work for a few hours, knocked out what I had to knock out, came back and trained my back off work and finished my training session just a few hours later. So here's 395 for 4, and the deadlifts are feeling pretty good. I mean, this is pretty light for me. I'm definitely not capable of pulling 600 right now, but I sure as hell hope that I would be capable by the time Raw Unity comes around. That's not going to win me Raw Unity because Paul Nguyen is going to be there, and probably Vashon Perryman, and both those guys pull 700 pounds at 165. But nonetheless, I would really like to be able to pull 600 in competition. And if I could do that before Raw Unity, that would be awesome. So here's to hoping all goes well and I don't train like a dummy like I was doing last week. And so here I am with 425, a decently lightweight. I just rep this out for 4+. I get 8. This might be a new 8 rep max because I haven't done these heavier, high volume rep out deadlifts in a very long time. I feel like I probably could have done 10 here with this 425 rep out. However, I did get a little winded. I haven't done these high rep stuff for a while on the deadlift, so that's no good. My conditioning is probably in the basement right now. It's in the cellar, actually. It's so crappy. So, like I said, went to lunch, took care of some stuff for work during lunch, came back, finished the training session, did the front squats that I had to do from Wednesday. And here I just work up in sets of 4. I start at 425. I go 425. That would be awesome. 225, and then I go up to 255. Man, wouldn't that be sweet if I had a 425 front squat? That'd be awesome. One day. Maybe I'll be obese and have 425 front squat. I don't know. Anyways, front squat's pretty rad now. I used to hate it, and that was because I sucked at it, because my mobility and flexibility was garbage, and I couldn't really apply my strengths to it because I couldn't keep my elbows up. I didn't have any upper back tightness or any of that stuff. I just didn't know the movement. So I've trained it for a pretty long time now, and I've gotten pretty good at it, and it's now a staple in my training, both as a tier 1 and a tier 2 lift, and I'm going to keep it around for a very long time. I definitely point to the front squat as a driver of the improvement on my back squat and my deadlift. So had I done these on Wednesday and done the rep out, I was shooting for 8 to 10 reps with 255. This I was shooting for 4 to 6 simply because I had done deadlifts earlier and I knew it was going to impact my abilities, but I did get 6 reps with 255, and that's pretty good. Maybe could have done a few more, but I wasn't going to push my luck too hard, and so I just stopped it there at 6 reps. Feel good about that. Knocked down to 205. This was the called for back off work today, and this is 205 for 10 sets of 3, and on all 10 sets of 3 I paused the last rep, and on this 10th set, rather than make it a rep out, because it seems that when I do lots of volume with legs, I get sore as hell now, which is not good, and that's not very typical of me. So I just paused it for a pretty long time, taking some breaths, maintaining a good position in the bottom position of the front squat. So here's to hopefully not training like a retard and making safe and effective progress. Thanks for watching.